In this video, I'm testing a trading strategy with a suggested 99.8% win rate, and that made someone 3.9 million US dollar. So let's find out if what he says is probable on my setup too. The strategy that I'm about to show you was initially inspired by the following YouTube video, and brought me to this video where that other one was inspired from. The strategy itself is based on two indicators that are available on TradingView, and let me show you these now. The first indicator is the UT bot alerts by QuantNomad, which is derived from the UT bot. The settings for this indicator are 2 and 1. And the second indicator used is the linear regression candles by Regression. In this indicator, the signal smoothing is set to 7. Interestingly enough, when I was searching the internet for more information on these indicators, I stumbled on yet two other YouTube videos that described almost exactly the same strategy. This first video was posted around 9 months ago, and 3 months after that there was another video posted with the same strategy. So apparently a trading algorithm that uses a combination of these two indicators is very popular. And if there are already 4 videos with this exact same strategy presented on YouTube, then why don't I just quickly jump on the same bandwagon here, just to find out if this has a high probability to make us some money in the crypto market as well. So this time let's do a real man's backtest on this strategy and use about 50 crypto pairs, multiple time frames and the longest backtest date range for crypto assets possible. I already showed you the used indicators here, but I've not told you how to use these and what the trading rules are. The buy signal for this strategy is when the linear regression line is inclining and the UT bot alerts gives a buy signal. There's nothing said about candles being above or below the regression line, so I will leave this out. Just buy when the line goes upward and the UT bot gives a buy signal. The short signal is the opposite of the buy signal. If the regression line should decline and the UT bot gives a sell signal, then you do a short trade. And concerning the stop loss and take profit, in some videos there is advised to set the stop loss below the last swing low of this trade. In these cases the regression candles were used to determine the last swing low, but I found that these regression candles do not really show the actual real world lowest low on the true candles. These real candle lows can be actually quite lower than the regression line version and might cause the trade to unnecessarily stop out. In my case, I think that using the UT bot alerts indicator is a better way to determine the stop loss level, and I'll show you why in a minute. The explanation of the take profit point is also explained differently in different videos. Sometimes the exit point is when the regression line moves down and there is a sell signal by the UT bot in long trades, and another exit point that is explained is to exit if the first regression candle is red in a long trade. But again, these regression candles do not represent the actual true candle values at that time, so the actual exit value can be totally different in the trade. And since there are no real agreements on these exit points, I'll just use the UT bot indicator as an initial stop and also as the trading stop loss. And concerning the time frame of this strategy, in all videos only the 5 and 15 minute time frames are used. But as you already know from my videos, this will not stop me from testing a strategy on other time frames as well. As far as I could find, the current TA libraries for Python do not have the UT bot and regression candle indicators. So it was up to me to create these indicators so that I can use them in the trading bot. After building the functions for the indicators and adding them to the data frame, I can show you them with a plotty graph to visually check if everything looks as if it is on the TradingView chart. This plot shows the graph with the regression candles, and as you can see, this plot follows the original TradingView chart with the regression candles pretty closely. But what about the chart that uses true candles? Well, of course I plotted this one also, and you can see here this plot also looks quite nice and very similar to the one that you can find on the TradingView charts. So I think I'm on the correct path here. However, there are still some things to do, like determining the trend direction of the signal line of the regression candles and the UT bot indicator signals, and finally of course the signals to do long and short trades. Now for this I have created also other functions to add this information to the data frame, which you can see over here on your screen right now. Now let me code all this stuff into something that can be used by the trading bot for backtesting. And like always I will do this off screen, so I won't tire you with long hours of coding. I will return back with the backtest results of the strategy on futures and spot markets, so don't move an inch, I'll be right back. And here I am, back with the results of the backtests on spot and futures markets. And I assume that you already are very curious about these results from testing the strategy. Is it really probable to attain at least a fraction of that $3.9 million that was presented in that YouTube video? Let's find out. The initial backtest for this trading strategy has the following results. If you want to make a profit with this strategy, then according to my test, you should stick to the higher time frames, because the 1-day time frame has the best results. I also think that if you want to use this strategy to make you your own millions by hand, you should stick to these higher time frames as well, since using this strategy on the 5 and 15 minute time frame will likely keep you busy the whole time. My test engine has made over 50,000 trades with a 50 pairs over 5 minute time frame, and that's around 10,000 trades on average per pair. And then having the probability to see your funds slip away through your fingers during the process, because these lower time frames have a 96% drawdown in my case. Even the 1-day time frame has only a 37% win rate in this case. This is a little bit below average for a swing trading strategy, and at some point, which I believe is the top of the last bull cycle, this algo is slowly but surely giving back its gains to the market. It had around $15,000 at its peak, but the strategy is apparently not able to profit from both bull and bear markets. Otherwise the end balance should be even higher in my opinion. And speaking about trading in both directions, I have tested strategies in the past that had more action trading both sides on the market. But as you can see from the parallelism chart, there are periods where the bot simply does not do much and apparently did not have any trading signals during these lackluster times. But I still have a second opportunity here, and that is with spot trading. Let's hope that this trading type gets a little bit closer to at least $1 million here. Now funny enough, spot trading also had the 1-day time frame as its best time frame to make gains. And the interesting part here is that it has less trades, but actually more profits, even though the win percentage stayed almost the same. Unfortunately, spot trading has a slightly higher drawdown, and some of the scoring ratios do not score better than with futures trading. So this has a higher probable gain, but also more risk involved. The lower time frames again prove to be the ones to be avoided, since there are many trades made and I think they probably suffer a lot from false signals here. On the plot there is also shown that the major drawdown starts sometimes during the peak of the last bull cycle. It seems that this strategy is not capable of keeping the gains and the account slowly gets drained from its funds. Just like in futures trading, there are some pairs that pumped during the last cycle, and this strategy managed to find these pumps in time. However, if you traded this system by hand, then it's more luck than wisdom to find these opportunities. This time I optimized both the spot and futures trading version of this strategy, since optimizing the daily time frame does not take up a lot of time. Both of these initial backtesting results were pretty close to each other, and I also wanted to find out if one of these could be optimized greatly. So here are the settings that the machine learning optimization engine found for ROI and stop loss. Again, optimizing these parameters do not improve the strategy's performance at all. Instead, these numbers actually are quite disappointing. I always do sharp optimization here, but it does seem that it's not optimized at all. The Sortino ratio did, and also drawdown became a little bit less, but that's actually it. Optimizing futures is now my last resort to still get trust back into the system, and the optimization engine returned these proposed values as optimized. But again, no improvements at all. Rotino has improved a lot, and also the win rate and drawdown seem to give better percentages here, but I think it's still not enough to make me millions with this strategy. Now, interestingly enough, both these optimized strategy versions have a score of 178. And if I look at the exit signals for the futures trading, for example, ROI is still the main reason that this algorithm makes money. But the much tighter stop loss and the proposed exit signal do not do a lot of good work on this strategy. They still drain a lot of capital back to the market. Something that still has to be improved with this strategy. But I think that this video is long enough as it is. I get a pretty good idea on the actual performance of this algo, where in one of the videos is said that the maker earned $3.9 million with it. Of course, you can argue that my method is slightly different of that of the other videos, but my way of working is to make a mechanical trading system that always trades on the same signals. The human factor, the correct pairs, point in time and a stroke of winning trades can be the cause that somebody actually can make millions with this strategy. But the question is then, if this is purely the result of somebody's professional trading habits, or he or she is just insanely lucky, especially trading in crypto markets. But I will leave this answer up to you, and you can decide what's the truth with these videos. I have shown you my results, and I know that I surely have gained something valuable, and that is 2 additional indicators in my toolbox by testing this strategy. You can always double check my tests because I always upload all my results, files, strategy code, optimization settings and more to my Patreon site as a special edition for those who support my work. And with these files you can also test this strategy on your own setup to see if this one will actually work for you. So, if you like what I do and you want to show me a small token of appreciation, then click the like button, subscribe and leave your opinion about this strategy in the comment section below. It is greatly appreciated and I try to read and react to all your comments. Many thanks for watching this video and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye!